Hello and welcome to Goddess Tulsa Radio. Make sure you're following us on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Music, and YouTube on all of our platforms. We have After Dark, Hot Topics, special guests, and engagement here. If you would like to send Goddess Tulsa gifts, you can do so at P.O. Box 195, 1717 North Peoria Avenue, Suite 2, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. And if you like to donate to the Cash App, it is beautiful 070707. Thank you so much for coming out to the Goddess Tulsa show. And we appreciate you. If you are new, we want to thank you. If you're a returner, we want to thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we will be starting the show here shortly. So hop on the train. Hello and welcome to the Goddess Tulsa show. I'm your host, Goddess Tulsa, you guys. We are definitely here today to discuss a lot of topics at hand. First, I want to say thank you all for returning. Thank you all if you're a new subscriber. Thank you for that. Let's get some housekeeping out the way. Hello, Ebony, and thank you for tuning in. I did drop the link, so at any time you guys can hit the link to come up. Now, first on the list, I did want to get on Flame Monroe. Okay, so let me go ahead and put my banner up. And so this is fair use copyright under disclaimer of Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, education, and research. So we are doing research here today. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and bring up Flame Monroe. And before I get this started, I want to say Flame Monroe does not totally identify as a woman. Flame identifies as a man. And so when you talk about transgenders and transsexuals, I feel like that's not really trans. It's more of a fetish or being in drag. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and pull this one up.
Name is Flame. Flame is a gentleman who lives both as a male and as a female. Just a few years ago, it was considered bad practice to give a male implants, but because things have really changed now in society, it's very acceptable to consider doing that under the right circumstances. She currently has breast implants that are actually quite old and has a superior displacement.
Okay, so before we continue to keep diving into this, I want you guys to take note. Flame identifies as a man and a woman. And I feel like that is very confusing and it is problematic, but let's keep watching.
There must be an encapsulation. Obviously has large scars and has the very difficult to fix double bubble deformity. Why don't we bring her in?
So we're going to say her.
I don't know what her preference is. Why don't you bring Flame in and we'll ask her.
Can you please send in Flame?
Flame.
Good morning.
Hi, Dr. Nassif.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Terry Dubrell, pleasure
Good
to meet
morning.
you.
Nice to meet
Please
you.
have a seat.
It's overwhelming to know that.
Okay, so now we have Flame that's then entered up into the doctor's office in his man's gear, in his male attire. Very controversial. Very controversial. So this is Flame Monroe as a man. Flame Monroe identifies as a man and as a woman. So let's keep that in mind.
After 14 years, somebody's going to really take a serious look on what they're going to do with these boobs of mine. So I'm a little apprehensive about it, but I'm excited at the same time.
Could you give us a little sort of synopsis of your situation? We know you've had some breast surgery, right? But
Yes.
you live as a man, but you work as a woman, correct?
Yes, I am a stand-up comedian by profession, and
Okay, so he lives as a man and not as a woman. So when people are saying, why are you taking away trans from Flame? Flame on national TV said, I identify as a man and as a woman. Hey, Marcella Speaks, how are you doing? Thank you for coming through. Just giving some information on Flame and how he identifies and how he's being problematic in the transgender community. Flame identifies as a man and as a woman. Me as a transgender woman, I identify as a woman. Not nothing else, not a boy, not a girl, not a woman, just a woman. It's confusing to people because now you're putting that out there. Hey, Flame said it was okay. I'm going to call you a man. But let's go ahead. I'll rewind this just a little bit for the people that are just coming in.
Flame.
good morning.
Hi,
Good
Dr.
morning.
Nassif.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Terry Bro, pleasure
Good
to meet
morning.
you. Pleasure
Good
to meet
morning.
you.
Nice to meet
Please
you.
have a seat.
It's overwhelming to know that after 14 years, somebody's going to really take a serious look on what they're going to do with these boobs of mine. So I'm a little apprehensive about it, but I'm excited at the same time.
Could you give us a little sort of synopsis of your situation? We know you've had some breast surgery, right? But
Yes.
you live as a man, but you work as a woman, correct?
Yes, I am a stand-up comedian by profession and a female impersonator. And performing to me was more important than anything until I became a dad.
Flame Monroe is a dad by day and a drag queen by night to support his 3 kids. Okay, I can understand that. That's respectable.
You don't consider yourself.
Okay, so this is my thing. If you want to go on national television, thank you so much, Marcella. If you want to go on national television and say, hey, I live as a man by day and a woman by night, um, and I'm trans, that is very confusing to people. And I feel like Flame Monroe is definitely a problem. And it's an even more problem because now Tasha has already insulted Iggy Azalea. And this is a problem. And this is why I'm coming to talk about it, is because we have women that say, oh, I don't want the trans women to take my space. Okay, I receive that. We got trans woman. That's a problem. We have Flame out here saying, I'm a man and a woman. You can call me he, she, we. That's a problem. When you have some people that transition for the right reasons and not for the money and not for the glitz and the glam. Because being a woman is not all about hair, makeup, and all that. No, 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 no. It's a different type of fight. If you're in a relationship, you know, you have those, basic struggles that comes along with the relationship. If you have children, okay, now I'm raising children. I know for sure. I know I don't have a womb to carry a baby, and it's a narrative being put out as transgender women are feeling like they are natural born women and they're taking up our spaces and they're doing this, and Flame is coming out here saying that they are men. Why won't they just identify as men? That's not everybody's story. That's I was about to say something, but that's Flame Monroe's story. That's his story. And I really wish that Flame would just really step on that side and just really leave us alone. And this is just some commentary. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up this video. And when I see and hear ignorant stuff, I want it to be my birthday and I want a pinata. You're gonna find out what I mean. You know what? I want a pinata for my next birthday, and I want Flame to definitely come to my birthday party. No, I'm kidding. I'm not about the violence, but I would like to have a conversation with Flame and just ask him, why are you trying to make life harder for us as it is? Life is already hard in general. Life already brings its struggles as it is. Why be problematic and make it more difficult? Hey, Amber, the Amber channel was up in the building. Nick Q says fair use. Absolutely, that was fair use, guys. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Please. We are back. If you guys don't know, we are back on our main channel. We got our main channel back, guys. So who else do we have on the docket? We have Tasha K on the docket. And I'm not going to bring up her content because she likes to flag people and strike. So we're just now getting back in good graces with YouTube, so we don't want to start a fire. But I will like to say this. Tasha K, really, it just, like, what I don't understand is to be problematic for no damn reason. To be problematic for no damn reason. To say that you're going to be an ally to the LGBT trans community is a slap in the face to us. And I can tell you why. You had T.S. Madison on your show. You interviewed her. Everything was great. And I'm not dragging T.S. Madison in here. But my point is, why are you sitting up here labeling a biological woman as a transgender or referring to her as a man? That is the fight that we are in right now. We are trying to bring the women together, and we have people like Tasha K that wants to amp up the fire. She wants to add water into the fire that's already going. And now Iggy wants to sue her. So my thing is, Iggy, I really don't feel bad for Tasha K if Iggy pursues a lawsuit against her, because it's like, girl, you didn't learn your lesson from Cardi B. Like, it is really not making sense. You didn't learn your lesson from Cardi B. Like, that $4 million didn't teach you a lesson. That $4 million still has to be paid. And what you want to do, you want to sit around here, oh, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Now you're making fun, making a mockery of the situation. When are you ever going to take life serious? When are you ever going to take life serious? And this is my thing. It's one thing to do commentary and your kids don't see it, but it's one thing when you're doing commentary and you're seeing it and your kids are just eating up every alphabet of the situation. That's very sad that you would sit out here and be pitting women against each other. And it's sad that you would sit out here and be calling a woman a transgender woman and inviting her son into the argument. Now, if it was a roast session and y'all were on the same channel and y'all were going back and forth and y'all were ragging against each other, okay, I can understand that, because when you are in those situations, there are no rules. There are no rules to, sounding off and, replying back. I'm all for that. A good back and forth. Hello, Gigi's World of Conspiracies and Esoteric. Okay. Yes, absolutely. So this is my thing. So we have, what's her name? Let me get out of this. So we have Tashak that's ready for another lawsuit with Iggy Azalea. Let me say this. There was another article. There was another article that I wanted to bring up. Why people lie, hide, and fake at work. So I know this is off topic, but it's going to make sense. I hope you guys enjoy the content. Give me 1 second and we'll bring it up.
I'll tell you a true story. A few months ago, I stayed at the Four Seasons in Las Vegas. It is a wonderful hotel. And the reason it's a wonderful hotel is not because of the fancy beds. Any hotel can go and buy a fancy bed. The reason it's a wonderful hotel is because of the people who work there. If you walk past somebody at the Four Seasons and they say hello to you, you get the feeling that they actually wanted to say hello to you. It's not that somebody told them that you have to say hello to all the customers, say hello to all the guests, right? You actually feel that they care. Now, in their lobby, they have a coffee stand. And one afternoon, I went to buy a cup of coffee, and there was a barista by the name of Noah who was serving me. Noah was fantastic. He was friendly and fun, and he was engaging with me. And I had so much fun buying a cup of coffee, I actually think I gave 100% tip, right? He was wonderful. So as is my nature, I asked Noah, do you like your job? And without skipping a beat, Noah says, I love my job. And so I followed up. I said, what is it that the Four Seasons is doing that would make you say to me, I love my job? And without skipping a beat, Noah said, throughout the day, managers will walk past me and ask me how I'm doing, if there's anything that I need to do my job better. He said, not just my manager, any manager. And then he said something magical. He says, I also work at Caesar's Palace. And at Caesar's Palace, the managers are trying to make sure we're doing everything right. They catch us when we do things wrong. He says, when I go to work there, I like to keep my head under the radar and just get through the day so I can get my paycheck. He says, here at the Four Seasons, I feel I can be myself. Same person, entirely a different experience from the customer who will engage with Noah. If we create the right environment, we will get people like Noah at the Four Seasons. If we create the wrong environment, we will get people like Noah at Caesar's Palace. Do you know the quickest way to destroy trust and destroy cooperation in a business? Literally in one day, get scared. And forget about the people who lost their job. Think about the people who kept their jobs. Because every single decision a company makes is a piece of communication. And the company has just communicated to everybody else, this is not a meritocracy. We don't care how hard you work or how long you've worked here. If we miss our numbers and you happen to fall on the wrong side of the spreadsheet, I'm sorry, we cannot guarantee employment. In other words, we come to work every day afraid. And we're asking our youngest generation to work in environments where how would any of us ever stand up and admit, I made a mistake? We're constantly being told, you have to be vulnerable. Leaders are vulnerable. What does that even mean? It doesn't mean you walk around crying, I'm vulnerable, right? No, what vulnerability means is you create an environment in which someone feels safe enough to raise their hand and said, I don't know what I'm doing. You've given me a job and I haven't been trained to do it. I need help. I made a mistake. I screwed something up. I'm scared. I'm worried. All of these things no one would ever admit inside a company because it puts a target on your head in case there's another round. And so we keep it to ourselves. And how can a company ever do well if nobody's ever willing to admit they made a mistake, that's scared, or they don't know what they're doing? And so we've literally created cultures in which every single day, everybody comes to work and lies, hides, and fakes. And we're asking our youngest generation to work and succeed and find themselves and build their confidence and overcome their addiction to technology and build strong relationships at work. We're asking them to do this, and these are the environments we've created. We keep saying to them, you're the future leaders. We're the leaders now. We're in control. What are we doing? This is what empathy means. It means if there's an entire generation struggling, maybe it's not them. It's like, the only thing that the common factor in all my failed relationships? Me. Same thing. Well, we just can't get the right performance out of our people. Maybe it's you. Right? It's not a generation. It's not them. They're not difficult or hard to understand. They're human beings like the rest of us, trying to find their way, trying to work in a place where they feel that someone cares about them as a human being. By the way, that's what we all want. In other words, it's not even generational. It's all of us. This is the practice of empathy, that if we're struggling to communicate to someone, if we're struggling to help someone be at their natural best, I'm tired of people saying to me, how do I get the best out of my people? Really? That's what you want? They're like a towel, you just wring them. How can I get the most out of them? No, how do I help my people be at their natural best? Here's the lack of empathy. This is normal in our business world. You walk into someone's office, someone walks into our office and says, your numbers have been down for the third quarter in a row. You have to pick up your numbers, otherwise I can't guarantee what the future will be like. How inspired do you think that person is to come to work the next day? Here's what empathy looks like. You walk into someone's office, someone walks into your office and says, your numbers are down for the third quarter in a row. Are you okay? I'm worried about you. What's going on? We all have performance issues. Maybe someone's kid is sick. Maybe they're having problems in their marriage. Maybe one of their parents is dying. We don't know what's going on in their lives. And of course it will affect performance. Empathy is being concerned about the human being, not just their output. We have to start by practicing empathy and relate to what they may be going through, and it will profoundly change the decisions we make. It will profoundly change the way we see the world.
All right, so I really hope that was motivation to you all. No matter what you're going through, if you're uneasy, if you're uncomfortable in a situation, make an exit, speak up. If you're not okay, it's okay to say, I'm not okay. I wanted to share that with you all because I know I preach a message and you guys are probably like, well, Goddess, are you practicing what you preach? Well, yes, I am. And I started in my own village here on my channel. And we have our beautiful mods, which is Sonia, Jessica, Ebony, Neek. We have beautiful people over here. And my thing is, it's not about me. It's about who we can help. Like it takes a village to work together. And what we do on here is we give you guys a live feeds so y'all can see how to bridge together, how to work together. Sonia has a channel, I have a channel. We don't go back and forth. We don't get jealous of each other. We help each other. And so I say that to say this. Let's start bridging the gap. Let's not be a part of the world's problem. Let's be a part of the solution. Sonia says, I need to work on my empathy. And you know what, Sonia, I want to say this, like you have come a long way. Just from the beginning of our relationship to now, you have definitely come a long way. And I'm so proud of your accomplishments and you taking charge of and doing what's right for Sonia. And I want to thank you for being a blessing into my life and everybody on the panel, on the show. See, Gigi's World, the Amber Channel, and so on, as Ebony, so on and so forth. I appreciate you all because you show up for me. And when I show up for you. And I'm not saying that we all got to be on each other's channel every day, but it does feel good to see a hello, to see a, oh, I'm enjoying the content. Now, I want to say this because our predominantly our predominantly our audience is predominantly women. And so I'm all about women empowerment. I'm all about having a good time. I'm all about educating. But I really want us to do the work in our communities and let's try to work together. Let's not. Did I go to? Did I go too far? Let's not let's not tear each other down. We don't have to tear my shine on. And what I want to say is, who else was on this docket? Let me see. Oh, it was Cardi B. Okay, so Cardi B, I seen a video of her hitting people with a microphone. Um, I saw her hitting somebody with a microphone, and I'm like, what is she doing hitting somebody with a microphone at her concert? And so I guess somebody was trying to get the microphone. Hit somebody with a microphone. Let's see. Be patient with me right quick. I'm gonna bring this video up. I want you guys to see what is going on.
Yo, what's good? This is Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Y'all watching Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast.
Advertised at hip hop. Ever since Will Smith smacked the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth, we've seen a lot of people beginning to start to rush the stage of comedians and even rappers. We've seen Ryder Rich the other day, something popped off, somebody rushed the stage. I've seen a couple other incidents that popped off. Well, it happened to Cardi B. That's right. I'm going to play the video as we're talking. Well, Cardi B, she was at the Wireless Festival out in London, right? And, as you can see in the video, a fan tried to, you know, pull up on her and looked like snatched the microphone from her. Cardi B, looked like she, defended herself. Looked like she swung on the fan. So I don't know how far that's gonna go, but we've seen it, a few times.
Listen here, I'm gonna say this. You want to sit up here and beat somebody with a microphone, and this is the thing. I'm gonna let this video play out, but it's more to this Cardi B. She don't give a damn about the fans. The only thing she wanted was their vote for popular opinion or popular guilty verdict when she was in that situation with you know who. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's take it back. Let's not forget she don't care. Let's just be honest. Cardi B don't care, and Nicki Minaj don't care. I don't know what it is in the air and the water, but it's something going on. Okay, it's definitely something going on. But we're gonna go ahead and continue to play it. Oh, Miss Dork is here. Sonia says, "Oh, Salam is here. We didn't miss some people. Sorry about that. Greetings. Hi, Tulsa. Sonia says grabbed her hair and shoes to pull her off stage. They were pulling her while Cardi B, was up on someone's shoulders. Cardi seemed to have to get them away for her safety. You think so? You think it was that? Hello, Debbie. How are you? You think it was that? It did look bad, but it seemed like it was defensive measure for Cardi. You know what? Beating someone. Listen, Nikki was doing that too. Like, are they having a battle of who can beat the fans the quickest, the worst? Y'all, am I tripping? Am I seeing these videos correctly?
I seen the video with Dirk when he was standing up there and somebody touched him the wrong way. And I guess it's kind of like a feel. I'm not a performer. I've never been on stage performing, but I have seen artists and been very close to artists that have performed. And I guess it's really like a line.
Oh no! Did y'all see how she was swinging at? Listen here, a microphone. Girl, let me go get my microphone. Give me 1 second. As a matter of fact, we need a commercial break. On that note, we'll be right back, y'all. Hello and welcome to Goddess Tulsa Radio. Make sure you're following us on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Music, and YouTube on all of our platforms. We have After Dark, Hot Topics, special guests, and engagement here. If you would like to send Goddess Tulsa gifts, you can do so at P.O. Box 195, 1717 North Peoria Avenue, Suite 2, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. And if you like to donate to the Cash App, it is beautiful 070707. Thank you so much for coming out to the Goddess Tulsa show. And we appreciate you. If you are new, we want to thank you. If you're a returner, we want to thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we will be starting the show here shortly. So hop on the train. All right, guys. So we are back. Going over daddy, honey. In the house. And she want to play. Did she got her toy out here? A little green toy, the squeezy. Where's Miles? He's outside. Okay. All right. So, sorry about that, guys. Let's see. Uh, I miss you. I miss you too, Miss Debbie. I'm back, girl. I got my channel back. Now, listen. Y'all said that it was a defense mechanism. So, guess what? I got my microphone right here. Okay. I should have hit my husband with it and see what he would have thought. See if we can get a live reaction. Here, let me see if he mind giving us a live reaction. Honey, come here for a second. We're gonna get this live reaction, child. Let me hit him because now I got to defend myself. Mhm. Okay, I just want to get your reaction on something. I just, I just want to hit you with it. Here, let me just hit you with it. Listen, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj has been hitting their fans. Let me hit you with it. You ain't a fan? He said he ain't a fan, child. Child. Look, at least I asked. At least I didn't go bamming at him. You know what I'm saying? She didn't ask them, can I hit y'all? No. Maybe she was afraid. That's a big crowd. I'm gonna take my microphone in the crowd to the next damn. I have never been to a concert. So if y'all want to sponsor me to go to a concert, sponsor me to go to a concert. I'm gonna have my microphone with me, and I promise I'll go live. I promise I'll go live. I promise I will go live. My microphone isn't even hooked up. But let's get into this video.
Line that shouldn't be crossed. Like, you could shake my hand, you might even grab my pants leg, but it's a certain way that, like, you ain't gonna snatch nothing from me. You ain't gonna snatch my hat off, snatch my chain off, snatch the microphone from me. There's certain ways things got to be handled, right? And honestly, I think that, where was the security at that point? Because I get it that you want to be close, interactive with your fans, but if they really wanted to, like, they could have just snatched Cardi B off the stage and pulled her into the crowd if they really wanted to. But that kind of is what it is, man. I think it's just, you just got to be careful. These artists got to be very, very careful. You in these arenas, you're performing with these people, for these people and whatnot, and sometimes things can turn other type of ways because the fans is getting out of line.
Girl, Cardi B almost gave me a workout. Listen here. Cardi B was like, she had the thing like this. She was like, whatever, whatever, whatever. All right, y'all sing the song. Y'all sing the song. And then she put that mic down. She put it on her other hand. And girl, before you knew it, she was wop, 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 wop. Oh, she was stuck. It wasn't wop, girl. Was they singing WAP? What song was she singing in that video? Girl, she had the wrong WAP. Girl, Cardi, girl, you had the wrong motherfucking WAP, girl. That was not the WAP that they was talking about. Girl, that was not the WAP that they was talking about. They was talking about the song. And apparently, get into it. Get into it. Get into it. So listen, what are y'all thoughts? What are y'all opinions on Flame Monroe, Tasha K coming for Iggy Azalea, and her possibly facing another lawsuit? Because first of all, Iggy said, "Girl, I got the money, and I don't even have to put up receipts because I'm pretty sure y'all done heard it and all that." So we're not gonna regurgitate those videos, but y'all heard her. Iggy said, "Listen here, Tasha, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, girl. Iggy is that girl, honey. Iggy is that girl." Welcome back, Neat. Um, Dorothy said, "Get up on your hubby's shoulders and have someone to try to pull you down. I'm not defending, but just seeing what." Listen here, who want to come pull me down? And look, this microphone ain't got nothing on that microphone that Cardi B had. Listen here, and this is the one with the look. I got the cord. This is to my karaoke machine. Y'all don't put your hands up all at once. But who wants to Sonya, you want to come up here and let me hit you with the microphone? Girl. But no, listen, I want to bring up Nikki's video because Nikki was out there hitting, pushing, and beating the crowd too. Yes, she was. Nicki Minaj. Beats fan. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Look, girl, get into this. I don't know what it is about these folks trying to hit these people. I don't know what is in the.
I just spread the word.
Okay. Oh, shout out to Mob Radio. That's my girl. I love Mob Radio. But here, we're about to look at this video.
This is very important, please, y'all. I've decided I'm gonna do a meet and greet tomorrow. Obviously, it'll be like first come first serve type of thing, but we'll try to keep everyone in and out as fast as possible if there are other people waiting.
Yeah, there were a few people that showed up to Nicki Minaj's impromptu meet and greet in London today, following her set at Wireless Festival last night.
Now listen, y'all, I'm gonna let this play a little bit, but I can't play the music. Y'all already know why. Don't give me all that. Don't give me all that. Now y'all see all these people come out to see this lady, right? Okay. So it's a lot of people, keep in mind. Now Nikki, she didn't have no microphone.
Now, Nicki did arrive and was blown away by the number of barbs. She captured what it was like to be in the center of the store. Nicki did get out of the car.
All right, now Miss Hot Mamas, listen here. Now, this is a forewarning to everybody. This woman knew that she was. Sonya said, hold on, let me ask. Oh, there goes Sonya. Sonya said if she would have that crowd, she would have got trampled. Neek says, I'm back. My device died. Okay, thank you for coming back. Debbie says, LOL. Dorothy says, congrats on getting your channel back, Queen. Thank you so much. Yes, congratulations. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Dorothy. Let me click my heels and let's finish this video. Come on.
But it led to a lot of back and forth with the police and how to make this situation work.
Just walking in a public street. No, listen, what I'm saying is I was already up there already without all the
Totem.
Now listen here, y'all. That is Nicki Minaj. She is talking to the police like that, y'all. Now, we are not encouraging this. I'm not telling y'all to go out and get violent with these police. None of you artists, rappers, or anything like that. Y'all already know. You are a superstar. Have the proper security. Okay? Because I already know when they give me that phone call and they say, Goddess Toast, we're ready to take on Goddess Toast Radio, but you can still have your name. And, you know, you're going to do what you have to do. Then I'm going to say, yeah, but I need security. I need security. Yes, we have Sonya. But we need more. We need more security, whore.
Not only did Nicki get upset with police, she also got upset with one fan. Yeah, she pushed that fan, but the fan didn't mind. The fan.
No. You know what? I would have. Listen here. I'm going to show y'all exactly what I would have did. Girl, I would have been right there. Girl, I would have been right there with my phone, blah, blah, blah. As soon as she had pushed me, bitch, I'm call 911. Call 911. I am hurt. I'm hurt. I'm on the ground, y'all. I am on the ground. And listen, y'all can't say, "Oh, Goddess, you're over exaggerating." Hold on, let me rewind that back since I'm exaggerating. Y'all don't think the old girl should have flew? Hold on.
Yeah, she pushed that fan, but the fan didn't mind. The fan posted it on TikTok writing, I'm just happy Nicki touched me. Oh, love. Thank you, Nicki, for stopping by. But yeah.
No, ma'am. Nicki, you will be hearing from our lawyers. Nicki Minaj pushed me down out at a public place and I got it on camera. Girl, give me my motherfucking money. What does Ezel say in Friday? My neck, my back, my neck, and my back. I need all my ends. Run me my. That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see. So y'all out here praising this woman for sitting here. I mean, this woman. I mean, just she pushed the devil and she pushed the devil or the devil out of her or into her. Girl, no. Y'all praising Nicki for that? Y'all praising Cardi B for beating people with microphones. Y'all are praising Nicki Minaj for pushing people, giving them concussions, allegedly. Allegedly. Because girl, you push me. Sonya, what's your tea? And welcome to the show, our head mod, our security that will get right with you, Sonya Mabia. Make sure you're following her on her channel. Hey, Sonya, what's going on, girlfriend?
Nothing much was going on.
Oh, nothing. I'm back. I'm back. Like I never left. Be right back. My mom
Mm,
needs. Okay, Miss Debbie. Hey, April. Showers. Hey, my friend. Welcome back. April, I want you to hit that link, April, because I think I got a bone to pick with you. I think I got a bone to pick with you, Miss April. Come on up here, Miss April. So what's your tea on Tasha K coming for Iggy and adding her son into it, sis?
I'm sorry, but I have not seen anything about that. I mean, I
Yeah.
haven't watched anything about that, so I don't know what's going on. All I seen was on my feed that Iggy Azalea plans to sue her, but I don't know about what.
Yeah.
I
So
haven't
allegedly,
seen anything.
Tasha was on her app, you know the app, and she was going in on Iggy and of course the Playboy Cardi relationship, and she's just really she's being controversial, and it's like she's playing in the transgender space, in the transgender community space, by saying, "Oh, she's a trans. Oh no, she ain't. She had a baby and all this and that." Like, if you're gonna go for her, go for her. Keep it just on her. Like, don't add us into it because, girl, we already got a motherfucking fight over here. And bitch, you ain't joining into it, girl. And my thing is, she just needs to pause. She needs to work on getting that money to Cardi. And I think that she needs to channel herself. Like, it's like, girl, we already have a situation. And it's like she wanted to put her 2 cents in. She wanted to get a piece of the pie when it came to transgender issues. She said, okay, this is relevant. Let me go ahead and make a video. And if I call Iggy Azalea transsexual, oh, I'm going to get so much backlash. That's what she wants. She's sitting back, allegedly, in her new rentals.
Iggy was a trans what man?
That's what Tasha. Yes, ma'am. I will give you Miss 10 minutes. I love you, Miss April. Miss April and I. Yeah, she was no, Iggy isn't trans, but that's the narrative that Tasha K is trying to put out there. And it's like,
No, I'm
girlfriend,
talking
you
about a trans man or a trans woman or just
this
a trans.
woman.
Well, if she was a trans woman, that means she was born a male but transferred to, I mean, then changed to a woman. How did she have a baby? Where that
Exactly.
baby come from?
But then listen here. It's more controversial because you have women out here saying, well, you can't have a baby. You ain't got no womb and all this and that. So she's picking what's talked about the most, and then she's going to the fire and saying, hey, I don't have a fire extinguisher, but here's some water. Adding more fire to the fuel to the fire. That woman
I
is 50 years old, and I would expect for Tasha to know better than that. Woman, you is 50 years old, and you
don't know
still
that
out
because
here.
I'm 50 years old. What that mean?
But Sonya, you're not out here making these crazy mistakes.
I ain't got time for all that fuckery. I don't watch her show. I told you last time I watched the show is when she talked about Jaguar. That's like the last time I ever seen anything she made. So I don't watch her channel or nothing. So
Hmm.
anyway, about Cardi
You know what?
B.
Tasha's jealous of me. You know what? Tasha is jealous of me, and they've been making attacks. They've been taking these strides, and they've been trying to hurt me with this little content that they've been putting out. Going over there to Carbonation and talking to the men that I had a relationship with.
I
Like,
thought
why?
y'all were.
I thought we were too. I thought we were too until she gonna like her and True. If you see, girl, her and True.
Don't watch her content, so I really don't care who she have on her.
You know what? That woman is jealous of me.
Hmm.
I feel like she's jealous.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go. Let's go commercial break. I can't handle this, Sonya. I just can't. Hello and welcome to Goddess Tulsa Radio. Make sure you're following us on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Music, and YouTube on all of our platforms. We have After Dark, Hot Topics, special guests, and engagement here. If you would like to send Goddess Tulsa gifts, you can do so at P.O. Box 195 1717 North Peoria Avenue, Suite 2, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106. And if you like to donate to the Cash App, it is beautiful 070707. Thank you so much for coming out to the Goddess Tulsa show. And we appreciate you. If you are new, we want to thank you. If you're a returner, we want to thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we will be starting the show here shortly. So hop on the train. Hello, gods and goddesses. Do you have a product that you want to promote? Well, guess what? You are in luck because we are now taking promotions. We'll advertise on our channel for you. When we go on our show, as we do our commercial breaks, you will be included. All right. So the only thing you have to do is email SWEETCHEEKS at iCloud.com. And that's Sweet Cheeks Babe at iCloud.com to get your promotion here on the Goddess Tulsa Radio. We appreciate you for your business and we definitely want you to grow. We care about your growth and our audience will enjoy it as well. And if they don't, they'll give us feedback. Feedback is always good. For your promo, hit us up today. All right, there we go. So make sure if y'all need some promo, y'all make sure y'all hit a girl up at Sweet Cheeks Babe at iCloud.com. Okay. All right. So listen, Sonia, what are your thoughts? What are your feelings on who did I bring up? How do you feel about someone that says they represent the trans community, but they identify as a man and as a woman at the same damn time?
I mean, that's if that's how they feel, that's how they feel. Can't nobody take that away from them. I can't force them to be one or the other. No more than I can force you or anybody else in the community to do anything. So if that's what he, she, we identify as, I will call them as that. But I I don't know anything with that, so I don't have a say so in it. I
That
just
is,
respect the pronouns. That's all I can do.
I do respect the pronouns to a certain extent. Well, actually, I wouldn't even say to a certain extent. I'm not even violating the pronouns because these are the pronouns that he gave to us to call him. And you're on national TV saying, I identify as a woman and I'm a man by day and a woman by night. This is not everybody's story. And I feel like with him, Flame Monroe having a big platform, he is passing out the ingredient of this is what trans women are and this is how you address all of them. Or even if you're saying, oh, I'm just speaking for myself, motherfuckers that engage with you, they're going to be like, oh, well, I talked to Flame and this is how he do it, so I'm going to call you that because I encountered one of his ratchet ass supporters and she made that same line. The first thing that she wanted to say was, are you a man or a woman? What was you born with? Like Miss Gina, put your tea, put your teacup up, put your teacup up, because the tea that you're drinking is expired. Like I don't know where it came from, but that's not everybody's story, and so that's why I have a problem, and that's why I speak up because one of his followers addressed me as such, and not in a friendly, funny way. It was very aggressive. Nothing was cute about the approach.
My thing is this: It's like me blaming, oh, I was playing GTA all the time. So I'm thinking like it's the video games. And I just went out there and just start randomly doing whatever they doing on GTA to people out here in this real world. I can't go to court and say, well, GTA told me to do that. I played the game, so I thought it was fun. I could do that. You can't blame something somebody else say on that person. That's like what's really going on. Because if that's what he, she, we identify as, and then hey, it is what they did. Because
Problem
y'all,
when you
everybody in the community want to be addressed on they pronouns. What's wrong with his pronouns? That if he say that's him, that's him.
what's wrong with the pronouns are he's still trying to label himself as a trans woman. Us trans women don't put it on and take it off. This is not for day. This is not for night. This is my life 365, 24/7.
You right, your life. You can't dictate someone else's.
Wait, I
No matter
can't.
how hard you want to, you
When you're
cannot.
saying
If
I'm a
that's what
trans
he
woman,
believes, that's
that's
what he
what a
believes.
trans woman is. That's what a trans woman
That's
is.
him. That's him. Why is everybody getting up in arms about what he thinks? I don't think he said all trans people are like me. He said that's how I think, that's how I feel. I can't knock somebody for what they feel. Because what they feel don't affect me. That don't make sense to me at
Yeah.
all. One person way of thinking, it's like
When
every black woman do something, then everybody say every black woman like that. Like the men I date. I can't blame my last relationship on my next relationship because those are two different people. I'm not
Flame,
doing myself any justice if I do that. So I can't blame all black men for what I've been
Flame,
through. At all.
that is true. You can't blame all black men for what you went through. But Flame it has said it out of his mouth that he's mad at the community because we didn't support him when he was coming up. Well, you
And
want to get mad at you get mad at the younger girls. Like we had nothing to do with that girl. Like we couldn't support you. Like our parents is not giving us money so we can go to your show. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like you're mad at the wrong people. But this is Hope Giselle. I wanted to bring this video up. She's going to sound off on the topic at hand.
Hey, everybody, it is I, Hope Giselle, Hope Disguise, and I'm coming at you today to give a little bit of a message to our older sibling, Flame Monroe. Flame has made several different appearances on several different major radio shows and different platforms over the last couple of months after her rise into a little bit more visibility from Tiffany Haddish. Over those couple of appearances that she's also made some very, very problematic statements towards the LGBT and trans community. The issue that I take with Flame is not that she lives her life in a way that's a little bit alternative. The issue that I take with Flame is the fact that she goes onto these major network platforms where the audience is mainly cis Black folk who already feel a way about LGBT people. And she promotes this ideology that trans people don't exist while herself sitting there as a trans person clearly existing. She goes onto these and goes into these spaces and gives them exactly what they want. And what I want to remind you, Flame, is that sometimes just because the opposition champions you doesn't mean that what you're doing is right. Candace Owens, Uncle Ruckus, for God's sakes, from the Boondocks, those people were championed by the opposition, but it doesn't mean that they weren't seen as idiots by their own people. Nobody deserves to be forgotten. Nobody deserves to have their lives, just completely overlooked for the sake of making somebody else comfortable. And you don't deserve to give a statement for every single person in the community. My issue with you is not that you have these statements. My issue with you is not that you make them so blatantly, but my issue with you is that you generalize them as if the whole entire community is supposed to back you on it. I don't care that you allow your children to call you father. I don't give a shit that you sometimes go by drag queen and then other times go by trans woman and then sometimes you go by man. I don't care that you seem to be clearly confused about your own identity. But what I do care about is that you're confusing America on what everybody else has always identified as, which is once I transition, I am a transgender woman, I am a transgender man. I am not a he, she, we thing. I am not a gimmick for public. I am not a gimmick for ticket sales. I am not a gimmick for the idea of using my 15 minutes of fame to continue to ascend. And I know that doing that means that I'm going to have to please cis people, because that's what this literally seems like. It seems like you don't necessarily believe all the things that you say, but you know that to stay relevant, especially at your age, you have to say things that appease the cis community and make them want to continue to book you. And that is complete and utter crap. And you don't have to do that. And you damn sure don't have to do what you're doing, which is basically kicking your community under a rug to make sure that you can sustain yourself. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's problematic as fuck. And it's toxic as shit. The things that you're saying are part of the reason why the girls are dying at rapid rates right now. The things that you are saying are only being championed by cishet people because you're saying the things that they want to hear. Let's be very clear. A lot of the comments under these videos are saying, finally, a trans person that gets it, that understands. But all that is cis people finally getting somebody that's saying exactly what they've been wanting to hear for forever and a year. And my thing is, it's real easy to agree with things that you already think. It's really easy to continue to go with the status quo from 1975. It's really easy to say that this is exactly what we want. But I'm sure there are a lot of white people that say, finally, a Black woman, Candace Owens, gets it. She understands that we're not all the way prejudiced. We're only prejudiced in certain situations. And I think that a lot of us look at the Uncle Ruckus character and see you in that Uncle Ruckus character. I look at Flame Monroe and I see somebody who is out for laughs. I see somebody who is trying to remain relevant, trying to remain a part of the conversation, and in doing so, she's making her entire community look bad. She's giving these people a sounding board to be able to say things like the word tranny and be disrespectful and call us all types of names and denounce our womanhood and all of these other things. One thing that I am not going to do is ever say that I am not a woman when I'm clearly sitting here presenting myself as one, when I'm clearly a living, breathing person that is indeed a woman. Now, what you might get me on is the female thing, right? I have a bunch of people that disagree with me on that, but there are just some things that I think we should allow to be what they are, just based on the idea that people are different for a reason. And I think that those differences make us inherently the same, right? Those differences and having those differences and agreeing that they are there help us to move forward and have conversations where we understand that there are similarities even within those differences. But what you do and what you have been doing is bandstanding for cis Black people and trying to make sure that your clout stays intact when all of this transgender stuff starts to become null and void and outside.
Lisa, girl, you cool and all, but girl, you gotta come in here and check it out before you start giving your opinions, because I'm about to roll out on you. Hola, Tosita. What's going on, girl? Hush. Come on, girls. We're dying because of who? Trans women are dying at the hand of heterosexual people, or considered heterosexual. It's been a problem. It's still a problem. And my sister, Hope Giselle, is sounding off. And so that's what we're letting her do. After we finish with that, we were going to be here for an hour. So as soon as Hope is done, I want to continue the conversation tomorrow on the show. Our goals are just an hour show for right now, because you know how we can go. We usually stay here for 2 and 3 hours. However, let's do it, Hope. Let's hear it. Shout out to Wana. I love you, my sister, and welcome to the party.
Of the, the status quo of what people want to keep booking, because it's coming right now. Our community is being used as a ploy for getting money and gaining attraction, because they understand that LGBT folks spend their money where we feel like we are wanted. But sooner or later, that is going to be out of the window. And I see certain people trying to sustain themselves with the cishet community so that when that happens, they remain the cool trans, the cool gays, the cool lesbians. And it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't feel the need to tear into her, because at the end of the day, if she ever sees this, I'm not going back and forth with a comedian and having a Joneses conversation. This conversation in my statement is simply something that I wanted to release because a lot of people have been asking. But then, two, just because I think that you need to hear from the younger generation that the things that used to fly back in your day don't fly now. And there's a reason for that. Growth and change in time happened. And I think that if you're going to be a part of this community, and if you're going to be a face for this community, and if you're going to be out here taking stages with millions of people and hundreds and thousands of listeners, then you need to understand that times have changed and evolved, and you need to evolve with them. Being out here and saying that it's okay that men are, not trans attracted, but they just want, women with penises, that is absolutely ridiculous. The same thing happened with Malik. It's all about verbiage. It's not what you say, it's the way you say it and the intent behind it. And your intentions don't seem to be anything but selfish. And that's just my take on that. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Give me your opinions, because this whole entire thing has really just like blown me into smithereens. And I just want to know what some other people have to say about this. So y'all have some conversations and I will come back and read them later. Bye guys.
All right, so there you have it. Welcome, April Showers, Auntie Fireball, to the show. You're on mute, April.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I
Okay.
can. How are you?
Yeah, where you been? I was just thinking about you. I left a comment today. I said she done took a 2 week hiatus.
Yes, I just got my channel back and I'm fired up because Flame Monroe is out here being problematic and he's causing confusion that that's that don't need to be caused. And it's like there's way to educate people, but I feel like the way that he's doing it is like totally wrong. And that's just my
Oh,
opinion.
you had lost your channel?
Yeah, but we're back. Like we
Oh,
never
thank
left.
goodness.
But listen, if you don't, I'm so glad you are here because here's a simple reminder, guys. Hello, and welcome to Goddess Tulsa Radio. Make sure you're following us on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Music, and YouTube on all of our platforms. We have After Dark, Hot Topics, special guests, and engagement here. If you would like to send Goddess Tulsa gifts, you can do so at P.O. Box 195, 1717 North Peoria Avenue, Suite 2, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. And if you like to donate to the Cash App, it is beautiful 070707. Thank you so much for coming out to the Goddess Tulsa show. And we appreciate you. If you are new, we want to thank you. If you're a returner, we want to thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we will be starting the show here shortly. So hop on the train. All right. So make sure you're following us on iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Google Music.
Yeah, I'm on Spreaker as well. I've been on Spreaker for like 7 years.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
listen, Auntie, I know you come up, but let me read the comments before we jump into it. Debbie Lowe says, I am
Okay.
totally
All
okay.
right.
I am totally open to learning. I like or love people based upon who they are, not their sexual preferences or identities. But I want to learn and sometimes am hesitant to express that. And I don't know Flame, but I can't stand Constance or whatever her name is, Candace. Lisa says, why they removed your channel. We'll get into that on another live, but I really want to focus on this transphobia. I do agree, Debbie. Um, we should educate ourselves instead of like getting upset and getting angry. And I want to say this just for all the women. I love I love you unconditionally. Right, wrong, or indifferent. My
Right.
hope and my wishes are for us to bridge the gap and share spaces. And I want you to know I'm not here to take away anything from your womanhood. I know how I got here. I love my mama dearly. I love her so much. I was born on her birthday. I was a gift to her.
Oh wow,
So,
awesome.
yeah, when you say, you know, oh, you want to, that's just like me being in competition with my mom. I can't. I don't.
Well, that's what makes me mad when they talk
I,
about black women. So, and I'm like, if you a black man, your mama was a black woman. Like, really? Yeah.
yeah. But you know what? It's all about, I think really what it is, it's just all about respect. Just acknowledge people, for who they are. I think with the black man, he has the black man has been a disservice as well in our community. If we really let's just look at the music, the music before all that rap where they were calling us bitches and hoes, they weren't doing that in music at a certain time.
And I got to be the first one to admit, honey, I loved me some Too Short.
Bitch. What was his favorite word, Auntie?
Bitch. Yeah. But I looked at rap music as another, like a form of art. Like they were expressing, you know, how they grew up, and the way
That's
they lived and what they saw. So hey, you know, if
there's
it
love in
don't apply to me, I don't have to respond to it. So,
yeah.
but what's worse, being called bitches and whores, or them talking about popping mollies, getting on drugs? I mean, it's just all messed up. Yeah. Uh, um, but that's what y'all young folks like. hmm I like the beat to some of the music, but I just say everybody is telling the story. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Um, you being a woman, you've given birth, and how do you feel about sharing spaces with transgender women?
Uh, well, like what kind of space? I don't feel as though they should be in any sports or anything because they're still a man.
Buddy, you
And so,
disgusting. Buddy, what's on your shirt?
but
What is that?
but it don't bother me. I mean, these people, they don't have to answer to me, but I just don't shove it down my throat, you know. Because if I'ma love you, I'ma love you. But I also feel that uh, if you are transgender, hey, be the best transgender you can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as far as like when I say your space, like what do you have any expectations for trans women? And this is just a general conversation, like because I'll
Um.
give you an example. Some women have complained that transgender women are trying to take their experience away from them. And that's like, being a little girl and, life experiences, with the body changes. And I kind of, well, my thing is we share that experience, but not exactly the same because you have to take hormones, boobs have to grow, your core has to pop, so all that. And I think like everybody's saying, we just need to talk more and educate. We have Walt
Yeah.
Wana on the panel. Welcome to the
Yeah.
Peace and Love.
Well,
Hey. Hey. How
you're
you
not
doing?
taking
I'm well.
anything
Hold on one
from
second.
me.
Yes. Hi,
Can you
Walt
hear
Wana.
me?
How are you?
finding you. I just think, see, I've been watching a couple things. The only thing that bothers me is when they try to trick men.
Yeah,
Other than
yeah,
that,
that's
be
what
who
I was
you
going
are.
to say.
Me, I say be who you are, live in your truth, but don't do the thing where you trick men, and that's where women are getting hurt at. The transgender window. That's when I think they're getting hurt. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but let me just say this. Let me just say this.
Okay.
A trans woman, and through my life,
Uh-huh.
guys didn't know, like when I was younger, so
Uh-huh.
they didn't know. I haven't, just really grown into my body and stuff. But like I do remember a time where I was tricking guys. So I can say I was guilty of that and I can't dismiss it like it didn't
Uh-huh.
apply to me.
No, I'm not saying, I'm just saying for your safety.
Yeah, now I know how important, now I know it wasn't, the mind frame that I was in, like I said, when I was
Because
younger,
because people were
get this
scared.
piece of man, but it's actually some guys out there that do not go that way. They don't. And if you out there thinking about tricking a man and you're just now becoming into your transness, don't think about it, love. It's 2022. Be honest, be open. It's your life
Right.
or a piece of whatever you was after. Was it that important? You said
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay, go ahead, Auntie.
yeah.
Jump
Like
on up.
I say, if you're gonna be a transgender, be the best that you can be. Be number one at it, but be open and honest. Because you know, I'm like the other guest. When you trick a man and then you get your ass beat or something, that's on you.
No,
Yeah.
I
That's
think that they can't get you or do anything crazy either than that.
but
You're
Because
cutting out, Walt. We can barely hear you.
I'm sorry, I think that I don't feel like they should put their hands on you or anything like that. I don't have that same mentality. I just feel like that you shouldn't trick because I have a daughter that does like female. So and I just feel like they shouldn't put their hands on you. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't trick because at the end of the day, this transgender is a woman now. Like if you're really doing it and transitioning, that means you're taking the hormones, like your muscles are leaving, like you're getting, you know what I'm saying? Like they out here, so they start at 13 out here. So if you want
So
to
let me
change,
ask you
go
this.
to yes.
Let me ask you
I
this
don't
since we're
think
on
any
board.
person under the age of 18 should
See,
be
that's what
making that type
you
of
didn't let me
decision.
finish explaining it how they started
Yeah.
out here
So listen, let
because
me
she
ask
has
you
time.
this. While you were still on that, okay, when we talking about the muscles breaking down, a lot of people
Uh-huh.
didn't know that. So the strength that you had in your
It's going
assigned gender is going to leave. So when we talk about sports,
everything.
we really don't have that strength anymore.
No, none of that. They don't have any of that. See, I only know because I have a child that, so I had to study. So now all of that is going. Like when you start their hormones, all of that is going. You are not that same person. Your face structure changes. That's how they be. That's how you're not able to know the difference. Because and out here in Pennsylvania, they start at 13. If your both parents sign on and you go through that year counseling, you can start taking the hormones as early as 13 out here.
Oh
So
my God,
yeah, that's just how it is. And then
that's just too
I'm
young.
just saying, like me, I'm not God, so I can't judge. And then, what sin is bigger than another sin? If it is a sin, we don't know truly what,
Lisa,
you know what I'm saying. So
but listen, hold on. I
stealing
want to
is
say
the
this.
same thing as because they saying it's a sin. So I'm just going by off of what people are saying. So the stealing is the same as fornicating. Fornicating is the same as lying. So it's no sin bigger than the other. Remember that.
Right. But then listen, I feel like this statement right here is problematic. They look way better than most women. It's
Yep. And they get a
let's
mad
stop
and they get
the,
mad.
but let's stop that comparison. Let's stop that. Let's don't do that. I would prefer not. She's an attractive woman. Okay, let's move on. But
Let's
let's
move
not
on.
let
Yeah.
there be a comparison because that right there, I feel like that's ammunition. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we have guests in the building. The real lovely C. Welcome to the show. The real lovely C. Are you there?
I can hear the background. I'm going to go on mute. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Are you here?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Greetings. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Sound off, hun.
I with yes.
She has to turn her volume down in the back.
Well, I don't have anything on. I don't have anything on but my
No,
mic.
no. You have to turn us down. So if you turn us down, then it won't echo so much. Because when we pick it up, it's a delay. So that's why you're hearing a delay. So if you turn it
Okay, so
down a
you
little bit, or if you put earphones in, it won't. Like
I have
some
I
phones
have
just let
I have I
some phones just let you do it, but then some phones don't. So if you have it up too loud, it'll echo, and then the echo is a delay. So we're getting it off of a delay when you rehear it. So it's almost like you're listening to it on another platform or another like phone or another device or something. So if you turn
Yeah.
it down something, we'll be able to hear you and you won't echo anymore. I'm going back on mute.
Okay. All right. Well, our guest has taken off, and hopefully she'll get those sounds that underway. But we will be here. Um, did any Sonia? Did you want to sound off on some of the on the conversation that's been going on?
What? What happened?
All right. Walt, Wana, you want to sound off on some of the on the topics that we were just discussing?
Yeah, I said a lot. I told you about that our state is 13 when you can take the hormone injections, and you can even start the surgery at before 18 out here. It's because it's very rare. It's a high number out here. So if you go through the therapy with your parents and your parents sign off and you start the hormones, I just feel like, okay. So my girls
Didn't you
wrestle.
say that you had a child that is trans?
See, my daughter, not trans, she likes girls.
Okay.
So I'm
So
not comparing the trans, but she still is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying, "Why would you let her do that? Why would you let her do that?" Like I can't control who she likes. You understand what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can't control. 18. She's about to be 19 in August. I can't control who she likes. If she likes that, she likes that. Who am I to say, "Don't do that. You can't do that"? I'm not God. I can't control that.
Mhm.
It could be a phase. It could not be a phase. But I'm still going to love her and treat her the same. And
Absolutely.
I'm not going to down her or nothing. But I have a lot of friends that have done. They have a lot of friends in their school that's doing a transition, that's going through it. So that's how I know about it. And then I studied it just in case. Like you never know what your kids are going to be. They're kids now, so as they grow up, you don't know. So you need to do the research on everything out here. So I did the research, and they said at early as 13, you can start the hormones if you go to the counseling and both parents sign off.
Now
And
let
then
me
by
ask.
18, you can have the surgery.
Well, I want to
And then,
commend you.
and
I want to
then,
commend you right quick.
and you said what?
I said I want to commend you. Being a black woman,
Uh-huh.
being married, you and your husband. I love you both, and
Thank
your
you.
family, your entire family. Uh, thank you for supporting your child. This really means a lot, and this should be shown. And I do apologize for cutting you off.
And then my girls play sports. So they play with the boys. They play football, full contact, helmet, shoulder pads, everything. Now my daughter, the one I was talking about, is number 7 on the USA wrestling team at 18. So I'm just saying, like, it shouldn't be. If you can do it, you can do it. You understand what I'm saying? If this transgender says,
Uh-huh.
okay, I'm taking hormones, my muscles is this, I think that they should be able to compete in the sport and whatever they want to do in their place. What if they can't bench like the boys? Because their muscles are breaking. That medicine is breaking down. When I read it, it said it's taking away your structure of your face, it's changing the
Yes.
structure of your changing your bones, taking your muscle away, taking all your testosterone out. Like you
Mhm.
need that to do certain things to compete. So if you
Yeah.
don't have that, how can you compete with boys? It's not fair to me. I think it's not fair. I mean, I know a lot of people's going to be like, oh, she's wrong. She's this, she's that. She does church, but I love the Lord. But I still think it's not our place to judge. A sin is a sin is a sin. If it's a sin. I don't know for sure. Go ask Dad for the tablet, okay? I don't know.
Oh, is your husband there? I would love to hear his point of view on, how he supports.
Go get Dad, please. I say Dad because I don't know.
Me
Um,
personally,
he says,
I feel like a 13-year-old. I think that's like too young to make that
but
type of
it,
decision. And
but
I feel like this is just a fad now.
but
I think
but if this baby
people knowing that they can be
can
a
walk,
boy or a
You gotta
girl,
let Ricky
I
speak.
just feel as though like, you know, some of them don't even know. This is like the in thing now.
okay. But what if you have a child that is dressing already, as a baby, as a child, has been dressing in your clothes, been wearing your makeup, can wear wigs, been doing this, been showing you this, and you think that that's not real? That's what I'm going off of. So if I had a child and my child shows me as a child that, okay, the boys are over here doing this, but you with the girls all day. Because I have even amount. I have 5 boys, 4 girls. I had 9 kids. My oldest is 23, just graduated from college. So if my son is over there with the girls all day, dressing up, doing hair, in the makeup, doing this, doing that, I think that that's just common sense to me. And I'm not trying to down anybody. That's not who I am. That's not my character. I'm just saying, like, if that child, these kids is way smarter. Remember, this is our generation. Our kids are the generation that's going to take care of us. That's going to be our lawyers, our doctors, our judges, our mayors, everything. So these kids in the Bible, as they're supposed to get wiser, right? So they know what they want. These kids know what they want. They know. They know. I'm telling you, my daughter tried the boyfriend and she didn't like it. They know. They know. We just
Well,
don't know.
I support the fact that you have a relationship with your children, and you were able to identify and not shun her, but support her in, her transition.
Yeah,
And
so
I
yeah.
think when we talk about this in the Black community, a lot of people do go to religion and religious
Yeah.
beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to say, "Oh, it's of the devil," and "Oh, it's not."
My husband.
They want to start praying for you and laying hands on you and all this. But let's talk about
I can't. You
the
here?
yeah. Let's talk about the fact that this is really who we are, and it's like we can't explain who we are. We're just unique.
And if I didn't come on this live, I would never. All this time, we've been friends for like 2 years now, right?
Yeah.
I would never knew that.
Yeah.
You know that?
I didn't. It's like a hit and miss with me. Like I just go, I be
Yeah,
myself, and whoever knows, they know, and
that's
then
what
who
I'm saying.
don't.
And that's my point of view. Like it's like natural. So if it comes natural, I don't know. I'm just different. I don't know. I have an open door policy with my kids. They can talk to me about anything. Like I don't judge them. My ears burn. But then I ask them, well, what do you think? Like, how do you think that reaction was? How do you think that went? Like, it's open door so they can come and talk to me about anything. Because if you don't do that, then they're going to be out there doing dumb stuff, and then that's when the cops come. We're black. We got dreads. We live in a white. My sons have dreads, except two, they cut them off. But we live in a whole white community. It's white. I got Confederate flags all over, Trump signs all over. Racist. So if you don't talk to them, and if you don't let them talk to you and be open, like my kids are tatted. Like when I say tatted, I mean tatted. Down to my 14-year-old, they're tatted. Like okay, now you're making this decision. Remember, this is on your body forever.
That
You
is
did
true.
your money. You work because I don't let them work during the school year, but during the summer to keep them off the streets, to keep them busy, they lifeguard. So this is on your body forever. This is your money. Remember, this is something that's going to be here with you forever. It's never
That
going
is.
to get it lasered, and that's going to cost more money than a tattoo did. So think about it before you do it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? My son had a son in his sophomore year in college, but he's a junior. He stayed in school. Like I had to talk. We had to talk with him. This is not going to stop you from going to school. Mommy and daddy's going to be here. We're going to make sure. You want to stay in college. You're going to do what you got to do and be better for your son. Like people make mistakes. People do things. Like it's life. If you don't, then how are they going to learn? How are they going to leave our homes? So that's just how I raise my kids.
Well, see, we have a lot of people in the chat. Well, a few people. Hello, AT2. We have a few people in the chat. Miss Real Lovely C, come back up if you can. What we'll do is Miss Real Lovely C, when you come up, we'll all go on mute so you'll be able to talk because I want you to be able to get your story out. Feel like you were going to say something very,
Positive.
yes, conversation.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Nick
Yeah, I'm
Q.
gonna drop down and listen, but like,
Well, no, no, no. I want to hear your engagement because I feel like this is a different era. And like, if your child had come to you at 13 and said, "Hey, mama, I'm feeling away," how do you think you would have received that, Miss April
me,
Showers? Mm-hmm.
me,
You.
I probably would have took him to counseling, but like I say, this generation now that's coming up, anything goes. So uh, I feel like it's a phase. I mean, I've seen so many of kids I know, 1 minute they this way, the next minute they this way. And so it's like anything goes. So
Right. So here, let's go on mute because Miss Real Lovely C is gonna come up, and so we can hear her. Let's just go on mute right quick so she can speak to us.
but I'm gonna always support my child. Okay, let me go.
All right, Miss Real Lovely C, you've got the floor. I don't know what's okay, Miss Real Lovely C, go ahead. You got the floor. Hello, caller, are you still there? Okay, Miss April, you getting sleepy? I love you. I'm glad we could have the engagement. I love to see your point of view, And all of the ladies appreciate the feedback. I know they did. Okay. Okay, so while we wait on Miss Real Lovely C, Miss Walt, is Mr. Walt available? You're on mute, baby. No, I can't hear you, Miss Real Lovely C. I can't.
I'm sorry, I had to go outside and get him.
Okay.
Whew. Yeah, I just ran out the door. He's coming in right now. I'm in the kitchen cooking. Come on,
Come
hurry
on, what
up.
you cooking tonight?
Hurry up. Fried chicken and some baked beans and macaroni and cheese. Here you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got
hello
the
there.
Hey,
Hello there. How are
like, how
you?
you doing? I could barely see myself. I got a
I
little.
know. Here,
I
let
got
me
a little.
take this banner off so we can see you. How
Okay.
are you? Let the people
Oh,
know who you are, what's your name, and actually where they can find you.
all right. So, my name is Man Walt. Really is my name, and me and my wife, we are on Instagram at Walt1325. Her name is Dewana, but we call her Wana. Walt1325, and we do a lot of stuff on there. We do talent shows. We do some of everything.
That's where we met her at.
Yeah, that's where you met her at. And also, we on YouTube too at Walt1325 doing our thing there too as well. You know what I mean? You can't.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So listen, we're actually going to have to do a formal interview so you can come on. We can have your banners scrolling across the screen and all that great stuff. But
Awesome.
what we're here to talk about tonight is
Okay.
your wife had brought up, and thank you for coming on. Your wife had brought up the fact that you guys have a daughter who is in the community and she is a lesbian. How
Okay.
did you how did you as a father receive that? And
All right.
yeah,
So how I
yeah,
receive I just like basically like uh you can't change who people are. You know what I mean? So it's not like I was gonna be like, oh, let me make you one way or the other. You know, you can't change that. You know, people are gonna be who they are. So like we just basically I didn't fight it. In the beginning I in the beginning I was like, well, she doing it, okay, that's what it is, you know what I mean? But it just was what it was. It wasn't me fighting or anything like that. But you can't really change who people are. You have to accept them who they are and all that stuff. You have to use an extension cord. You have to accept them for who they are, and you know what I mean. We just received it. Just was what it was. I couldn't do anything. It couldn't change it.
right. Well, in a lot of black households in our community, being that she is, still in you guys' care, not 18 yet,
Mm-hmm.
um, living under your household, like I was kicked out at one point in time in my house because of when they found out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, was that ever a thought of yours?
No.
No, I never would think like that. No, my kids, we are a family that completely loves our kids. We all about our kids. We make sacrifices for our kids. I mean, it was never going to be a thought process. We say, oh, because you made that decision, now you're out here. No, that's not it. Because when you love your kids, you know what I mean? Like some people make mistakes in love and they do certain things they shouldn't do. But love bears all. You just, what I mean, you have unconditional love for your kids. So you're not going to be like, oh, get out in the street now because you choosing this and that and the other. Nah, we're not.
What if I told you that that is some people's story? When
Yeah,
they had come.
that I understand that because some people have a different outlook on that. And some people, like, the older community, like my dad had certain things about, he was thinking about certain things and he had a different thought process because he was raised back in the day and had a different thought process. Some people have different agendas and thought process about those certain things because they came up in a different upbringing. So their thought process and their philosophy on it is a certain way. And so their thought process, philosophy on certain things make them think that that is a betrayal. That if their children act the way is a betrayal, but in reality, that's just their philosophy is just off. You know what I mean? If you were to trace that back to the beginning stages of their life, you can see where somebody implanted that thought process in them. So when you see that happening, then you find that people are doing that simply because their philosophy was built that way, and that's just the way their thought system operates. It operates. If something's different or off, or we think that's wrong, then it's betrayal, and now I have to get rid of that thing. I have to throw that, get rid of that person, whatever, and teach them a lesson by kicking them out. But in our situation, when we saw that, we wasn't going to do that at all. It was just about okay, so let's sit down and talk about it and see how you feel about it, and then we're gonna, no matter what it is, we're gonna always embrace our children with love and put a thing around them where we keep them safe. It's not, we never really think about that. But I understand in life that people have a philosophy that causes them to think that way, and they do certain things simply because that's the way they think.
Cool. That goes actually into my next question. So my next question would be, for the parents out there that may see it live, what advice would you give them if they have a child that is they're discovering themselves? What steps would you tell them to take? If their child comes to them and say, "Mom, Mom or Dad, I feel this way." And this is who I am, or this is who I feel like I am. What would you tell the parents?
I would tell them to approach the situation with love first, you know what I mean, and take the emotions out of it in the beginning, because emotions cause you to do certain things that are off. Sometimes approach it with straight love first, and understand it's your child. You can't change who they are, because inside them, this is who they are. Sometimes, the actions that they're taking are evidence of them showing you exactly who they are. So I would tell them to approach the situation with love, get understanding, speak to their children, and find out exactly how they feel and how they feel about the situation, and what path they're on, and what they're thinking, and what their thought process is, and then find a way to embrace that. Because if you love your child, you can't love your child on conditions. Well, I love you unconditionally as long as you do this. Then that means that thing is done with conditions. When you love your child unconditionally. If your child breaks a plate, you say, okay, since you broke that plate, you don't live here anymore, I'm done with you. Nah, you have to embrace these things with love, because your children are going to be who they are. Now, what we do as parents, we have a certain thought process and a certain idea of what we want our kid to be. And if you ever go back, we have a lot of kids, but if you ever go back and think about what you want your kid to be, in the beginning of time, you say, my kid gonna be like this, you find out you were completely wrong. That kid wasn't nothing like you thought they would be. They had their own identity. So I would just tell parents to approach the situation with love and understanding, and realize that in life they make mistakes too. They make mistakes in life too. You can't say that they make choices in life. You can't say that the choice they make is a bad one, because it's not the choice that you would have to make. We were allowed to, we made choices in our life, and we stood on that. No one can change our choices and who we are. So you can't take your child. The child says that and said that your choices are bad, and now we're going to just shun you and kick you out to the curb, and let you go live out life by yourself because this, that, and the other. Those are bad philosophies.
That's a lot of ways that we have suicidal too.
Yeah, people. Yeah.
We have a high rate of suicidal deaths off of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's just crazy, man.
Being that your daughter is 17, about to be 18.
She's 18 now, though. She's 18 now.
About to be 19. What advice would you give your daughter going out into this world that we know as adults, how it functions, just how the world can be so cruel? What advice would you give your daughter going out into the world?
First of all, she's number 7 on the wrestling team. I don't think nobody would even touch her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
USA wrestling team.
The world is cruel.
But I also, my thing is what I tell them: don't ever, if you live by what people think about you, your life is not going to be good. Because if you walk around saying, "Oh, they don't like me because of this, they don't like me because of that," that's all you're going to think about. You got to live your life for you. That's what we teach them. Live your life for you. Mm-hmm. Don't be disrespectful to your adults. Don't do stupid stuff out there, but live your life for you. You cannot care, because right now they just had a friend that killed herself. They had the funeral on Wednesday. So you never know. So you just gotta love your kid. I mean, my kids don't ever have to leave my house. I don't care what you do.
Mm-hmm. You can be 35, 40 years old living in the basement. Yeah, he downstairs. There he is. There go the grandbaby. There go the grandbaby.
Well, listen, y'all got plenty of space. Let's be clear.
I feed them all.
Yeah.
Trips, every trip I'm going, I want everybody there. Like
Yeah.
it's just family.
Yeah, so we just, I mean, it's just the understanding. You just have to really, you just have to love your kid unconditionally. So whatever choice you make, whatever you do in life, we're gonna support that, and we're gonna always try to guide you towards what's right. But at the same time, we can't change who you are. We'll say, listen, this is how you live life, this, that, and the way. But when you, if you are who you are, you know, what I mean, this is who you are. So we have to love that person too. You can't just say, okay, since you made a decision that we don't like, or a decision that we don't understand, or a decision that we think is this, that, and the other. Now we're gonna just, kick you to the curb. That's just not. It's not right. See, what happens? We have a different philosophy, and let me tell you why. I'm gonna give you a really understanding reason why we have this type of philosophy. So, like, I came up, I can't wait, and when I was coming up in life as a kid, it wasn't always the easiest thing because one of my parents was a little rougher on me than the other one was, and I had this type of thing where I felt like I was a black sheep of the family or something like that, because then people would say I was doing that. So, and what happened as I got older in life, I just decided that certain things that I was going through, I wasn't going to do those certain things. Yep. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to be that certain way to my kids. I was going to be a certain way different to my kids. I wasn't going to be that way. And then, I said the same thing. So as I got older, I learned to just give that unconditional love to my kids, so that, you know what I mean, I'm not gonna beat you up the way I got beat. I'm not gonna throw sand and dirt on your name or on your face because it's that. I'm gonna make sure I raise you a certain way, and I make these sacrifices. I mean, me and my wife, we made a lot of sacrifices for these kids. A lot more sacrifices than they ever know. There's things that we did that they'll never know.
Y'all
we did.
have 7, right? You have 9.
No.
14, 4 grandkids and 1 on the way.
No, how many kids?
14.
14 kids.
I had 9 naturally, but we have 14. I have 5 kids from God. I don't call them step kids. They're my kids.
Bonus kids.
God,
yeah.
I'm not stepping on them. I'm not stepping on them. They're my kids from
That's
God.
right.
Yeah, so what happened is, so over a period of time, you just learn how to push your kids, and we do, like, we push them to be the best they could possibly be. And as long as we always push them, we always give them a foundation and push them. They don't even know certain things that we did to push them, and how we keep doing, push them to get to different levels of life. But it came a time that because we went through certain things, and when we were children, whatever, that now we're just completely 100% unconditional love with the kids. Now that doesn't mean that we're gonna just be like doormats where they can just walk all over and do what they want to do. No, we're gonna still keep in line. But when they choose and make their choice in life, we're gonna respect that choice in life. As long as it's not, I'm gonna go out there and rob this bank and go kill 7 people every day. And, okay, son, make sure you don't kill. Hey, I love you. No, be like, hey, make sure you get you in line and do the right thing. You know what I mean? But when they show you who they are and they say, this is my life and this is what's inside of me, you gotta accept that. You can't change who they are. It doesn't make sense. You can't. You gotta accept it, embrace it, help them live life, help them make the right choice in life, and do what you gotta do, and be a parent. You know what I mean? I'm not the judge, jury. I'm not God. Like, here's the thing too. Listen to this. You want to hear this thing? Listen to this. All right. So I don't know if you guys know this, but we preach on our well, we do a lot of preaching on our platform too. And I'm a minister, and I understand the Bible completely to what it is. You know what I mean? But even so, I understand that I'm not God. Now I don't have an opinion on it. I can just tell you what God says about it. But I'm not God to have an opinion on it and say this, that, and the other. So when my kid comes to me and say, this is who I am, I'm gonna embrace my kid. I'm gonna love my kid. I'm gonna accept my kid. I'm gonna help my kid get through the back, understand, and we're gonna understand this thing together. You know what I mean? So, but we're always gonna be unconditional love for the kids.
I think Real Lovely C wanted to jump in here.
Okay.
Real Lovely C, are you here, hon?
Just mute yourself so she's just in case.
Okay, I'll mute me. The Real Lovely C, go ahead.
Is it us? Do we need to come down?
I don't think so.
I know.
Yeah, I think it was her device. 82, you still hear distancing home for real? I was meant to hear this. Yes.
Still have to have 15 people up here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Miss Lovely C. I'm not sure what's wrong with her connection. But I want to say this, like I commend you guys for just doing what's right, doing thank you for serving love plates because anytime when I met you guys, it's like I was so drawn. I was like, I love this family. I love how
Mhm.
y'all. I didn't know that it was 14 though, but I
Yeah.
knew
They're
like
older.
it was like 7 or 9.
Well,
Yeah.
it's that's who's home now.
Yeah, so they're at home.
Everybody's older,
The other ones are older, living their own goddamn place and all that stuff. Yeah.
but they can always
Yeah,
come back.
Hmm.
absolutely, all the time. So let me ask you about this, like, so like within y'all's family, did y'all get any like backlash about supporting your child, or did
Yes,
somebody
a
say?
Yeah.
lot, a lot, especially
Hmm.
with the tattoos. We're having because my son had a living girlfriend at the age of 15, 16. Yeah, I get a lot of backlash, but like I told them, I don't live my life for them. I'm not living my life. I'm living my life for my child
And they didn't
because
like
we
that.
lived in a bad neighborhood. So that his you got a girlfriend, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, but they didn't like that we were supporting her either when
Yeah,
she decided that she was gonna be
that's
that way.
crazy. Why you doing that?
Yeah, because you
Why
got
you
yeah.
letting them get tattooed?
And
That is
why you let
nuts.
her have a girlfriend and all that stuff? You know what I mean? And like what?
Because she
So
was a living girl. She lived
she
with
stayed here for she stayed with us for a little while too.
over
But
a year.
we wasn't.
oh wow.
Every trip we went on,
She was there.
everything we went, she was right there.
See, it was just like like you, like say say you don't support your kid. Your kid's gonna go find support somewhere else, sometime in the street, and do certain things they shouldn't do, and be out there running away from you because you're not gonna support who they are.
That's what I
When
said. Yeah.
you could have been guiding them and showing them, hey, listen, stay right. Let me show you how to walk this life. Let me show you how to be who you are. But now you push a kid out into the street, you push a
Now
kid
the
out into the
street
world. Now the
raising
street
kids.
is the streets
Now
tell you what they're doing. Now they're out there by themselves because you done kicked them out because you didn't understand the process or you was for it but and that's a funny thing too because people
oh, Walt, where you at? Okay, so only one of your kids or any of the others. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure what happened, but there's always room for a commercial. All right, listen here, love bugs. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Cash App. Let me get my offering. Let me get my donation. And y'all can see it at the bottom. That Cash App, beautiful 070707. Run me my money. All right, let's get that Cash App bumping, y'all. We've been here for 2 hours. Um, and actually, today is my middle child's birthday. She's also a Cancer. We're 10 days apart. So today is her birthday, and she's away. So I'm gonna have to text her. I'm gonna have to text her mom, "Happy birthday to my baby." Have her call me as soon as she wake up. So I can't wait to surprise her when she comes home this weekend. And speaking of, somebody asked, "Have I made a cake lately?" Actually, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until they come home, and because they're on vacation right now, I'm gonna wait until they come home, and then we're gonna make my daughter a cake, and of course she's gonna be a diva. She's gonna get to wear the crown, and she's gonna be fancy. Like everybody's gonna have to serve her like a dinner. Her plate will come by. Somebody will bring her plate, somebody will have her drink, somebody will have her napkins. And that's how we do over here. We make it so fun when it comes to birthdays. I love birthdays. because it really gets to it's so fun. You just get the love, love, love. Yes. Um, I love my children. I love them all. I love them equally. Um, and they all know that. And so, me, my oldest is self identifying right now. And so, I'm really excited to be the parent, to be um, here to take on this challenge. It's a challenge, and there are steps that we go through. Debbie says that's why all of us in our community need to wake up, hold our family close, and accept them as they are. Period. And that is it. That is it, and that's why I asked. Like, I really wanted Walt and his wife to come on and really explain that because they didn't kick their child out. They love them unconditional. They are a black family. So it's good to um, see this in reality, to know like this is just not a white person. This is not just this is everybody. This Anybody can be of the community. Accept them, love them. They are your family. That's just who they are. They didn't, I don't think any of us came out the womb and said, oh, I want to be this, or had intentions or expectations on how they were going to be. You know, Happy birthday. Today is my sister's birthday. Yeah, Kansas in the building. That video of you all baking together made me subscribe to your channel. Yes, Toria Williams. Thank you. That was you who mentioned that. Yes, my babies are actually away right now. And so what we're gonna do is me and my baby girl, which is probably who you're referring to, she's gonna help me make my middle child the birthday cake. And actually I'm gonna have to go out and get like some like like the fancy decoratives that you put on the cake, because like the confetti or whatever that is, because you know what, once this is my thing, making that natural cake, making that cake from scratch was really, it was fun, it was exciting, and just to see it come together was just really, I was like, oh my god, we didn't really bake the cake up in here. Like, we really baked a cake up in here. So yeah, that was really fun. I can't wait to do it again. My grandkid's birthday is this month. Oh, happy early birthday to um, your grandchildren, everybody's. If they have a birthday tonight, tomorrow, and anytime we come up on here, y'all gotta remind me to say, shout me out, happy birthday. Y'all know I don't mind doing all that. It's a happy birthday, and especially you're an animal lover also. Yes, I love my animals. Like, I really do. Um, I really do. I love them. I was out there feeding them the other day. So y'all, if y'all aren't following me on Instagram, sometimes I go live on Instagram and I'll like feed them out my hand and I'll like shake it up. They'll know when I'm coming because I'll shake the cup. Oh, they start running to me. I'm so sad I couldn't be heard. I had a story to tell. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell the people. I would love for you to come up when we get those issues corrected. If you want to come up now, I can mute myself and see if we can hear you. Debbie says, right now I have Mexican, Dominican, Black, and Belize grandchildren. Guess what? That love, same for all. Yeah, we love them all. Like K Michelle. Kids of loving, but I love them all. I love them all. I mean, not like that, but like we love them all. But I don't even know why I even put that as a reference. I don't know. Love them all. She got a song called "Love Them All," but it wasn't about that. Goddess, do you have any thoughts on situations such as the alleged Romeo and Orlando situation? Um, you mean Bow Wow in Um, I heard Bow Wow has some good. That's how I feel. Listen, that's how I feel about it. I feel like, you know, allegedly, you just got to be careful who you lay down with. You got to be careful who you lay down with. And those are my thoughts on that. Real lovely C, we want to hear it. Please come on up. Come on up. Dorothy says, "Happy birthday to your kids, Queen." Thank you so much, Miss Dorothy. I love the video with your daughter. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Listen, we get in there and just imagine. So I think, should I do like car rides? Because there's a gathering place here in Tulsa. I want you guys to look it up. It's the gathering place in Tulsa. Look it up. And I'll take them there and we can bring you guys along if you're okay with like a ride along. I see. It's so cute. They kicked me out. Damn it. Listen here. There's gonna be, I want you, well, I want you and your, I want y'all to come on, let the people know where they can find you, all the great business ventures that you guys have, everything. Like, you guys are a bundle of a bundle of joy in my life. And to the younger generation, a lot of younger generation look up to you all for love and support. You know, they kicked me out. Watching you all waiting for it to get done and decorating it was so nice to see. More moms should have their girls in the kitchen doing things like that. Precious moments. It's like, yes, because this is a thing. Okay, here we go. I'm going to mute and I'm going to let you have the show, my love.
Okay, can you hear me? You can hear me good. Okay, so I'm 52 and I have 3 kids, but my youngest, when she was 15, when she was when she was 15, she ended up, I hear a replay.
Do you have another window open?
Hold on, let me see.
Click off of YouTube and stay on StreamYard.
Okay. Okay. So, she was 15 and when she told her father, well, she told us that she was gay, her father didn't accept it. And he disowned her for damn near 7 years. Even the relationship ended up turning into a um domestic abuse relationship, and she ended up leaving it, and then she ended up dating a guy later on. Now this friend of the girl she was talking to used to be her best friend, so she just got married, a wife and wife wedding over this weekend, and my daughter's feeling some kind of way, even though she's not gay anymore. She's seeing guys now. So I think it was a young experience, and she was hurting because she seen the pictures on Facebook. So, it's a lot to this story, and I wish that I had enough time to tell you because of the things that I went through with her. That's my baby. I can't put you out. I have to be there for you. I even allow her girlfriend to stay with us. You understand what I'm saying? I allowed her to come live with us because that's the type of relationship it was, you know. So, you know, yes, I went through a lot with that. I went through a lot with this relationship. You know, I will go out of town. By now they're 18. So, you know, I will go out of town. I come back. She said she slipped in the tub. They in the house fighting. She'd have broke her arm and things like that. So, you know, and I gotta comfort you. You understand? Like it's abusive. It is abusive. The relationship was abusive, and she had to get out. She had to get out. But the girl got married in their colors that they was going to get married in, and she really felt some type of way this weekend. And she called me and to tell me that the girl had got married, and they got married in her colors. So, you know, she feel like the ex-girlfriend is moving on and she's stuck. You understand what I'm saying? Because she still have feelings for this girl. It's her first love, and she has her tattoo on her. You know, they both have tattoos on them of their anniversary date and their name above it, you know. But in between this relationship, they cheated on each other. One caught one getting back, and both of them end up being pregnant at the same time. Their child is 4 weeks apart. Their babies, they're 4 weeks apart. You know what I'm saying? So this relationship, you know, one at 15, you're too young really to know what you want. But okay, I'm not gonna put you out because you telling me you like girls. But you know, your father and all, we always thought this was your best friend. And she came out to tell me, you know, Mama, I'm gay. But her father didn't take it well, and he disowned her for like 7 years. She just this year has started talking to her father about 4 months ago. You know, about 4 months ago. You know, so you know,
Look at
I
God.
sort of, yeah. You know, I'm a
Oh, now
content
we can come
creator.
off. Okay.
I'm a content creator, and sometimes, you know, I said I would love to like interview you on my channel so she can see, you know, and get the understanding that it's gonna be okay, and you can be whatever you want to be. You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
I think it would be a
Let's have her over
positive.
here first. Let's have her over here first on the platform so she and I can, I want you to be in this process along the way. But let's bring her over
Mm-hmm.
here first. And then once she's comfortable here, then we can go to your platform and then we can introduce her and then she can start a channel. Um, I feel like this is because I want to introduce her to my audience as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
you as a person, you only operated with the tools that you had at hand. And I want to say thank you for loving unconditional and knowing that, you know, this is my baby and nobody's going to get in between that. To
Mm-hmm.
know that is different from saying it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
To
sense.
know and have those actions behind it rather than somebody just, oh yeah, that's my kid. Now you actually showed it. So I want to thank you for that. That was a big deal. You and Walt, like, I want you to connect with Walt and his wife as well. Walt, are you guys with us?
Yes, I just didn't want it to be loud while she was telling her story.
Oh, you good. Now we got the volume fixed. We all can engage together.
Okay. I just didn't want it to be too loud. I want her to get her story out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So with this young lady,
I heard.
I heard it. What
Uh-huh.
one thing that I would suggest is like counseling or therapy.
Yeah, you need counseling.
Because yeah, counseling
One-on-one and family.
one-on-one. I mean, because right now those feelings are up in the air. It's like it's a bad
It's a
breakup.
bad. Yeah.
And so we need to provide her with skills. Not only see, because conversating with you is cool, but we really need her to get in there, get in that office, and really express that shit. Get those coping skills so she can let it out. You know, she gotta let that out because it's gonna be a hurt. And you can
Yeah,
only
she
do so
needs.
much.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me close my ear and see.
Okay. But Miss Seam, you can only do so much, you know?
Can you hear me? Okay. I can only do the best that I can. Now she's dating a guy, and they just went through a bad breakup, but now they're getting back together a little bit. And I'm telling her, you need to just take a break and get to know you.
Do you think it's a fantasy for him? You know, being that he knew that
Yes.
she was into women, you know, you think he want to kick off a threesome with her?
Yes.
No, I really don't think so.
That's what it's screaming to me.
Yes. Because let me tell you something. Let me be honest with y'all. I am only attracted to my husband. Any other men I'm not attracted to. I take my husband to the strip club. I will let him take a girl home with us because I am only attracted to him at the end of the day. I'm attracted to women, but I'm attracted to him. So he never has to worry about me cheating with a man, like ever, because I'm not attracted to men. So I know where my daughter gets it from.
Yeah, but the reason why I say,
but I'm telling you,
he
this
don't know,
man knows
he
that
don't
she
know
likes
anything
girls.
about.
Yes, she does. Yes, he does.
No, he don't.
I had a son that had sister wives that lived here together. Sister wives. They are thinking about it.
Go ahead.
You ain't seen him? I must have left him in Walmart. Where did she go?
I was letting y'all converse because I feel like this is a great engagement between y'all two.
Yeah, because my son has sister wives. My husband's right here to tell you.
What? When?
Stop playing. No, this is serious because this woman is going through it. So her daughter had a girlfriend. Now she's with a boy. But she's saying, do you think that he's only here for the fantasy of thinking that, okay, one day she's going to give me a threesome? This is a man's point of view. What do you think?
Yeah.
See?
Well, I never looked at it. That way.
Because he knows that he knows that he knows her past and that she likes girls. So then,
What's every man's fantasy?
So he knows that one day it might
happen. I might can talk her into it.
It might go down.
I mean, it does make sense. It does make sense,
It makes sense because it's like when you say, oh, they're off in their own, it's like she's not conforming to what he's on.
Yeah, he probably threw it out there a couple times, like, yo, you want to do that? No, I don't want to do that.
He's probably like, damn, I'm trying to get over this bitch, and you trying to shove another one in my face.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you.
I mean, you're just giving you different angles to look at it from.
Yeah, he got a thought
process. He got a thought process. It's a man.
Right.
Like, how old is he?
He's 20. Both of them.
Oh yeah.
She's 25 and he's 24.
Oh yeah.
So the thing is the relationship has been, they live in a different state, so she haven't had a female relationship in 4 years.
She might not have a female relationship, but trust and believe, she has had encounters. I'm sorry, I'm just an honest person. I'm very honest and blunt about what I say, and I try to help people. But she had encounters, especially when she was lonely, especially when she was going through that thing when her dad was disowning her. She's seeing pictures. She went back and had encounters. And I'm not to say that to like
Well,
make
she
you
lived
mad or
with
anything.
she lived with me. So I
I
even
know.
allowed
Let me just can I speak?
allowed the girl to
Me too.
come
We
stay
allowed the
with me.
girl to live with us too.
Yeah, because
Oh,
her family was the same way.
let me ask you. Let me just say this. No matter if my mom accepted it or whatever the case may have been, I still needed my daddy's
Need your
love.
dad.
I
Yup.
still yearned for my
As a
dad. You know
girl.
what I'm saying?
Yup.
And I feel like, you know, the way that my dad in my relationship was, I attracted those no good dudes at one point in time in my life, you know, that
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to
Yeah.
be accountable, that didn't want to um take responsibility for what he created, you know?
Yeah,
It
because
was
see,
on
both of
his
them,
his time.
so the girlfriend had she was pregnant first, and so my daughter ended up sleeping with a guy, and both and got pregnant on the first time. So then they go through the breakup stage, and both of them had a baby 4 weeks apart. Then they get back together, 6 months after the kids
So what was this?
by the time
Was this a competition to get to first? Like, was it a race to get to the lead? Like, I'm lost. Like, okay, like, did they have a situation? Okay, I'm done.
they had their own apartment.
It
They
was a
had
big
their own
blow up.
apartment.
Well, let me just say this. I'ma just, and I don't know your daughter or nobody, but I'm gonna tell you this.
Hmm.
And I've been doing this for a long time. It was a situation that blew up in that apartment that you don't know nothing about.
You right. You right. You
It's a
right.
situation that ask your daughter about that situation. Say, baby, take her out for ice cream. Take her out for ice cream. You just be genuine about it. Hey, baby, it's been something heavy on my heart, and you just say, I want you to express something to me that you ain't told me.
Well, the expression was I found out it was abusive. She was in an abusive relationship.
It's
That I
something.
found
That's
out.
just the first layer, baby. It's layers to this. I need you to start peeling these layers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's layers.
Yeah.
It was something traumatic that happened in that apartment. That's just what I'm
Okay.
feeling now.
Yeah, it has to be something
It
else
was something
because
traumatic. It wasn't
they
just
both did it too fast. And they both did it at the same time.
Yeah, because one was cheating on the other, and one and when my daughter found out about it, she ended up doing the same thing, but she ended up getting pregnant too.
So they did
So
a tit for tat. So you're saying it's a tit for
like
tat.
tit for tat, like a tit
no,
for
no, no,
tat.
no,
You
no.
did this to me.
Your daughter was betrayed, and I wonder if your daughter walked in on them. That's really what I'm feeling. Did she walk in on them?
No, my daughter worked the night shift. So she went to work like at 10 o'clock at night and didn't leave until get home until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So this is how this relationship started with the other person, you know.
Yeah, that guy, when your daughter was leaving off to work, he was coming in and spending the night.
Evidently. Evidently, because by 5 o'clock, there was one day she came home from work and she couldn't even get in the house. So, like I said,
So,
the girl got married over the weekend, and my daughter had mixed, she was real emotional about
No,
the
I
wedding
just wanted you to put your
because
point of view
it was
out.
supposed to be
But I'm gonna
her
go on mute.
getting married, so the girlfriend, they've been together now for 3 years, so she got the dream that my daughter had wanted. You know what I'm saying? So, I've just called, just talking, getting some advice, how
Listen,
to approach her, with
listen.
certain things, because she was
I want
mad at
to.
me.
I want to work with you. I want to work with you. I would love to meet her and talk to
Me
her.
too. Me too.
Yeah, like this is what I love about my family is we are a village. We all want to bring a solution. We don't want to
Mm-hmm.
sit up and get your business and you
Yeah.
go and talk to Miss Sally and tell all about your bit. No, we want to be a problem to the solution, and I think that's the that's the message that we're pushing. We're stop getting up in that drama. Let's talk about stuff that matters.
And if
How
you
do
Mm-hmm.
look
you
at
help
and if
another?
you look at my posts or my talks, I always say the kids are our future. We need to raise our kids up the right way. So when it comes down to kids, I'm very passionate about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she's still to
Yeah.
me. I don't care how old you. 25 is still a baby to me.
Yeah, she's and I
And
tell
she
her
still
that.
needs help and direction and
And I tell
love.
her
We
that.
don't know it
And
all.
at
Yeah.
that age, you need a lot of love because
Yeah.
you're still
You
trying to
know,
find your way.
Uh-huh.
yeah, because she's trying to find a way, and she has her own apartment now, and but when she moved in with the guy, and that didn't work out. So now
Yeah.
she's left with all the bills, and
I was
he
just
won't
about to
show
say
up. It was just
I
he's
was
still.
just about to
I'm
say
not gonna
maybe she should.
say he's still attached to being at home where he don't have to pay
What? All boys
bills.
are attached to being at home.
So
You have
you
sons?
know,
You have sons?
I have a son.
Sons
I
are
have a
mama's
son.
boys, and they are the last to leave. They take advantage. They are attached to moms. They don't want to leave, and they pick their moms over their girlfriends. So of course he wanted to go back home to where he could not pay bills and not worry about her nagging and not listening to her saying, "Don't why you still out late night? Who was that calling your phone at 3 o'clock in the morning?" That is what boys do. I'm I have a lot
Yeah,
of sons. That is what they do, and I'm telling you, she wasn't used to it because girls tend to be different. In girl relationships moves fast. You together 3 months, you about to be married. Like they're
right.
different. They're a whole different relationship. So when she got into
Mm-hmm.
that male relationship from a girl relationship, I think it should have been a pause moment. When she came back home with
It
you,
was a pause moment. It was a pause moment. It was almost a year
you
pause
probably needed
moment.
long. Like a year could not be enough.
Right,
Like it
exactly.
cannot be enough.
I told her she needed to get to learn her and
Herself, she needed to learn her. Because
herself.
remember, you said her relationship, she knew about it at 15. So now that's 10 years from now. Now she needs to learn herself all over again.
Yeah, she's in school for criminal justice. She
My daughter
graduated
just
this year.
graduated this year for criminal
Yeah,
justice.
she graduates in October. So, like she has my grandson, and I told her it's all going to pay off. You don't have to worry about this
Mm-hmm.
person and that
And
person.
that
W-
didn't I just say
Concentrate
that?
concentrate on her. You know, concentrate on her.
I
So,
just spoke that.
you know,
Because
so
my
the
son had a
person,
baby in college too.
yeah. So she graduate in October for criminal justice, and I'm proud of her. You
Yeah.
know, but she feel like everybody's moving up it besides her.
And
Where
then let
she
me tell you
lives, she
another thing.
paid. Mm-hmm.
You gotta make sure the family members are not like they can be whispering on the side. She can be like, I'm telling you, you think your family is okay, but they're not. I had to cut off
No,
a lot
because
of people.
she was suicidal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So family members can be the worst people. They supposed to not to be. They're not supposed to be. But family members could be the worst. Oh, look at her. There she go at the here she come. You know she like girls. You know he like boys. Mind your business. Raise your child that's on the corners hustling. Like
Right.
that's what people do. So you gotta watch that too. You gotta talk to her about that. But if you come to her with an open door policy, like I don't know if you was listening to me. I come to my kids with an open door policy. My ears be
Same
ringing.
do I.
Yeah,
I do the same thing.
they be ringing, but I'm listening and I'm not
Right.
judging. And I'm saying, what do you think is the outcome of that? What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, you can lose your kids at a young age, and that's not what I'm trying to do. And if we keep losing
Right.
our kids, what are we going to have? Who's going to be our future?
Exactly. 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 I really enjoyed this conversation with you guys. I've been watching from the bushes for a while now, but it's something about StreamYard. I always have a hard time getting on, no matter who it is. I have melon, so melon just a little bit easier for me.
Well, you got on and we got to talk, and I love meeting you. Nice to meet you. My name is Dewan. It's Wantwana 325, but it's Walt because his name is Walter, and I'm Dewana, and we name Wana, but so that's why it's that. But nice to meet you anytime. That's all. Whatever you want to look me up or talk to me, that is what you can look me up on Instagram or YouTube. I am open.
Okay,
I'm an open book.
I have my own YouTube channel too, the
And
Real
I will
Lovely
support,
C.
and I'm a supporter of everybody. Like I met,
Thank you.
I met her. I met Tulsa. She was sweet. She was sweet treat Matt sweet treats. Then
Master treat.
I know. I'm Matt sweet
Yes.
treats.
And Miss
And
Lovely C, drop
let
your
me tell you how I found
drop
you.
your stuff in the private chat.
But let me tell you how I found you
Okay.
first.
Okay, go ahead.
I found you. I watched you do your lace wig for Boho.
Boho, yes.
And Matt was trying to help you, but he was nervous.
Yeah.
That's how I found you, and from there I loved you and I followed you.
That was, oh my God, that was a trip because people was going in on me. They was like, she being mean to Matt.
And they was like, she being mean to Matt. She doing this to Matt. She making Matt do something Matt don't want to do. How you know what Matt want to do?
Right. Matt
That's
was
how I
down for
met
the
you. And
So
huh.
did I put it up right?
and
So
and you made me
uh,
buy Boho.
Uh-huh.
Yep, you made me buy Boho. And that's how I found you. And after
I
that,
got
I
you.
followed you ever since then.
Yeah. You know what? Yes, sis, I got you from the back chat. But yes, you know what? That was, and even oh my God, I can't remember the young lady that had that business.
I watch her
But
still, but I can't remember her name.
yeah, I love her. She is so sweet
She is
and
so nice. I watch her all the
so
time, but I can her name cannot come to my brain right now for some reason.
yeah, Tamika. Her name
Oh yeah,
Tamika.
yeah.
Tamika. Tamika is so down to earth and just personable. She's a woman's woman, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and that's yeah. She was teaching you, and y'all was getting it down. Like you had the music playing, y'all was smoking your weed. I was like, oh, I like her. I
Yes.
like her. I hurried up and followed you before the live, and I've been following you ever since.
Oh my God. See the difference?
You
See
didn't
the,
know that?
well, I didn't even know that it was from that video. It's so funny that you said that because usually it's because I'm like on somebody else's live or something like that. But yeah, usually, um, wow,
Yeah,
that was a while ago.
I know. I've been
That,
following you ever since.
that's like going on 3 years.
And that's why I said we know each other. So, and like that next year, you came up on a live because that was COVID, and we was trying to do stuff for the kids to keep the kids in the house, and we was giving out cash prizes and for the talent show. And that was the next. That's when you came up, and I was like, I know you, and you was like, you know me. That's because I watched it. You made me buy both. Child ordered it the next day.
Yes. You know what? Thank God for the internet because like it really helped me through this whole pandemic.
Yeah.
Speaking of my
Mine
unit,
is
you know,
right.
this is the unit that I was working on. This is actually that same unit,
Okay.
the same one. Shout out to Shadow Riddell for this unit that has been going for going on 3 years.
Oh, that's a good unit.
Yes, and she did her research when it had come to. Hi, how's it going? You alright? Uh oh, y'all had a fight in here. Oh.
Huh?
We at Quick Trip, girl. Hold on, let me turn the camera around. We done took the show to the Quick Trip, girl. You're at the Quick Trip.
I don't think it's cute. Hold on. No, Dad is not in here. Let me go on mute because these are my kids. I'm gonna go on mute for a minute.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
want to thank you for having me. I'm gonna call it a night. And but I'll be back another night with you guys.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss C. I really appreciate you.
Thank you
You
very much. I really enjoyed your show tonight. And I enjoyed every time you come on. I just had the nerve to come up to talk on you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank
You're
you to
welcome.
everybody for tuning in to the show tonight.
Okay.
Wana, we are definitely going to have you on the show here soon.
Okay.
Um, thank you for your thank you for your contributions and your
Being
input
open.
and the education that you have provided to um, the audience and
Uh,
myself as well.
yeah. People don't know that about us. And they wouldn't
Abs-
think that because he's a minister, but it is what it is. I mean, we're not God. He's a minister, but he's not God.
Absolutely.
So when you gonna be back on next? So I can be up here.
Okay, so
I
my
be
plan
catching it.
is,
So what happens is I catch it and then I have to rewatch it.
yeah. So what I'll do is I'll be more effective with hitting you up
Okay.
on IG. Actually, what I'll do is I'll add you to our group chat.
Okay.
Okay, I love you. Thank you so
Love
much.
you
Neat Q, everybody in the building.
too. See everybody.
Yes, this was a heartfelt conversation, and I feel like we definitely need to keep the conversation rolling and
Yeah.
educating more people. You know, it's beautiful.
Because what they did to Gabrielle Union and her husband, that was terrible. I felt so bad.
Yeah, horrible.
That was
You know,
horrible. You
it's like
cannot
when
say that
people,
wasn't horrible.
yeah, and when people are being vulnerable, we should not do that to them. We should
And they're
acknowledge.
trying to embrace their daughter because that she wants to be that's their daughter now. Let them embrace their daughter. Why can't they just embrace her?
Absolutely. Well, listen, I love you so much, and listen, I can't wait until we have our next show.
Okay.
And actually, I'm gonna get this weekend off. We'll be back fresh Monday.
Okay.
But on that note, thank you all for joining the Goddess Sosa Show. I'm your host, Goddess Sosa, and we are out. Hello, and welcome to Goddess Tulsa Radio. Make sure you're following us on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Music, and YouTube on all of our platforms. We have After Dark, Hot Topics, special guests, and engagement here. If you would like to send Goddess Tulsa gifts, you can do so at P.O. Box 195 1717 North Peoria Avenue, Suite 2, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. And if you like to donate to the Cash App, it is beautiful 070707. Thank you so much for coming out to the Goddess Tulsa Show. And We appreciate you. If you are new, we want to thank you. If you're a returner, we want to thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we will be starting the show here shortly. So hop